Welcome back to WrestleMania. Coming up next, it is the King of Strong Style taking on the Beast Incarnate. Brock Lesnar goes one-on-one with Shinsuke Nakamura, the powerhouse, versus the man who will kick your head in. He is undoubtedly one of the greatest to ever step foot in an NLW ring. This man is Shinsuke Nakamura. And folks, if you doubt this man's abilities or doubt his performance in a wrestling ring, I urge you to pay close attention to this match, because here tonight, this is the biggest match of Shinsuke's career thus far, in my opinion. And I'm sure that Shinsuke could say the same, because he has the biggest challenge on his hands. Here tonight in the form of the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. The powerful music thunders across the arena. And now, here comes the pain. For Shinsuke Nakamura, this is as much about revenge as anything else, because it was Brock Lesnar who eliminated Shinsuke Nakamura from the Royal Rumble after he had already been eliminated himself. And then it was an F5 onto the ring post and an F5 onto steel steps that delayed Nakamura from competing in an NLW ring. But he returned with a bang immediately to seek out Brock Lesnar, and over the past couple of weeks they've tried to get the upper hand on each other, but tonight it is finally legal. They're in a one-on-one here at WrestleMania, and picks the leg to Shinsuke, and a kick away by Lesnar, the powerful brute. But there's a knee to the gut of Lesnar, and Lesnar comes off the ropes with a clothesline. Again picks him up, and the power of Lesnar on display right now. Going to try and manhandle Shinsuke Nakamura with those shoulder blocks into the corner, and again throws him halfway across the ring. But a drop toe hold by Shinsuke. Goes to the boot but misses. Lesnar back up but spears Shinsuke down, and a ground and pound from the former UFC champion. But oh my, look at this. Now going to bite the shoulder of Brock Lesnar, and a boot to the spine takes him over again. Nakamura, as we said, debuted in the Royal Rumble, had a great showing until Lesnar ruined his dream of going to WrestleMania to fight the champion. And again off the ropes, but Lesnar with the power, and the shoulder block sends Shinsuke down. Measures his man, but a drop toe hold again by Shinsuke into that buckle, and now stomping him in the corner. And it's time for some good vibrations, but Lesnar has the foothold. He's got a hold of the foot, and look at this now. Head and arm suplex. Shinsuke's never been manhandled by a man like Brock Lesnar, I can tell you that for sure. And although Lesnar is known for his UFC style, Shinsuke also has a great MMA background, and you see it there with the knee to the stomach. Manages to move out of the way of a charging beast. And on the apron, there's the knee to the side of the skull. And that hard head of Lesnar had to be affected by that negatively. And again that knee, draping Lesnar across the apron, and a sickening impact. Both men back in the snapmare. And again with a knee to the skull, in for the cover, but that's not going to do it, I'm sure. As Lesnar kicks out, barely a 2 count. But Shinsuke's doing the right thing here. He's keeping the Beast grounded. He's not letting him get up any time at all. And again, a series of shots. Lesnar misses the last one. And the backstabber from Shinsuke. The knee's driven into the spine, and that is going to have to wind Lesnar significantly here. And go for the reverse exploder. But look at Lesnar. Lands on his feet and delivers the first of what I'm sure is going to be many German suplexes. There aren't many men who are 300 pound plus who are going to be able to land on their feet like Lesnar just did, and there is a knee right out of the playbook of Shinsuke Nakamura, and the power of Lesnar. Gorilla press into the power slam. That did a number on Shinsuke's spine, and again picks him up by the waist in a German to the top rope, to the top turnbuckle again, stamping on the back, and just kicks Shinsuke away. Such a lack of respect from Lesnar. Drives him spine first into the edge of the announce table. Oh no, no. Not an F5 onto the ring post. That's what we saw at the Royal Rumble, but Shinsuke ducks it. Lesnar goes head first into the ring post. And a boot to the spine, which sends Lesnar face first into the post again. Lesnar back in. Shinsuke measures his man. Runs at him, but a backdrop from Lesnar. Last week on NLW programming, Shinsuke Nakamura picked up a huge victory over CM Punk, and then Lesnar tried to do what he's doing now, pick the bones, but Shinsuke was having none of it. Lesnar avoided the Kinshasa on that night. Can he do the same here tonight? He's working effectively over Shinsuke's back and neck, the sleeper hold applied on the canvas. But both men back to their feet, and Shinsuke gets himself out of the predicament. Lesnar goes shoulder first into the ring post. And now here comes Shinsuke, series of shots and a boot to the chest. Runs off the ropes, but there's Lesnar to catch him with a belly-to-belly throw. Shinsuke almost clipped the ropes that time. And again picks up the limp, lifeless body of Shinsuke, and that time his legs did clip the rope. And Shinsuke, unfortunately, crumpled his head and neck, and a spine buster from the powerful Brock. I can't think of anybody in recent memory who has accomplished so much in such a short amount of time as soon as they debuted. Dan Lesnar. And Lesnar, look at that, he went from the second rope, but there was Shinsuke to deliver a kick. Brock back to his feet though, misses that one but connects with a roundhouse. The heel kick from Shinsuke, and well, I was saying about Brock accomplishing a lot early on in his career, you could say the same about Shinsuke Nakamura, winning the IWGP title at just 23 years old. And Lesnar now being rocked by a series of knees, but gets to the ropes before the armbar can be applied by Shinsuke. That doesn't matter, Nakamura has created an opportunity for himself here. Lesnar's down. Shinsuke goes for the Kinshasa, but no. Goes for a German suplex, lands on his feet. And now the armbar. The armbar from Shinsuke Nakamura. And he's wrenching on it. But Lesnar, you can see him trying to maneuver his body weight so that the armbar can't be as effective as Shinsuke would like. And now the roll-up in for the 2 count, but a kick out by Lesnar. I should say by Shinsuke. Lesnar's the one on his feet right now. Boots himself out of that. Now he's on the top rope. A spear! A spear in midair, cutting Shinsuke in half. Thus far, Brock Lesnar seems to be the one in control for the most part. But where Shinsuke has been on offense, he has been impressive. Goes for a tiger suplex now, but elbows his way out of it. Goes for the clothesline in there. You see the snap German. So quick, so fast paced. There's a second. Shinsuke trying to hold on for the third, but cannot. And instead gets flipped over 180 degrees. And that German lands him right in his face. Now may be the time for Brock Lesnar to put it away, much to the chagrin of the audience here tonight. F5 coming up, and DDT A DDT reversal from Shinsuke Nakamura. And he manages to get himself out of the F5. Nobody in NLW has been able to pin Brock Lesnar fairly or cleanly since his debut. But Shinsuke could well be on his way to doing so, especially after that vicious roundhouse kick. Lesnar's been unstoppable. But can he be stopped tonight? We're about to find out, but Lesnar catches Shinsuke with a powerbomb. And in for the pin, but goes for a second. Picks up Shinsuke, but Sunset Flip may do it here. The kick out. Now has the wrist lock. Contained, goes for a clothesline. And a slick transition into the armbar. And it is applied. Center of the ring, wrenching on the arm of Brock Lesnar. That MMA training is taking it to Lesnar at the moment, but again tried to go for the pin, but Shinsuke had the wherewithal to keep his shoulders off the canvas, and Brock maneuvers this. Oh my lord. Incredible power, but Shinsuke landed right on the top of his head. Lesnar's arm in tatters at the moment. Shinsuke's also in tatters. Goes for a clothesline. Misses. And a reverse exploder from Shinsuke. But you can see in his eyes that glazed over look that that counter out of the armbar has really dazed Shinsuke Nakamura. He landed right on the top of his head, but he may be punch drunk, but he's connecting with a vicious series of strikes. But again, that last one didn't connect. And instead, Lesnar countered with the Kimura. Lesnar's Kimura. He's used effectively to break the arms of several wrestlers. And is he on his way to doing the same to Nakamura? Nakamura, though, gets to the ropes in nick of time. He's got a count of 5 to work with, and he finally lets go of the Kimura lock. Lesnar wondering now what steps he has to take to beat Shinsuke. He's on the apron and a headlock applied. And what the hell's this? Lesnar on the second rope, and oh, for the love of God! Oh, for God's sake! German suplex, deadlifting, in for the cover! But Shinsuke Nakamura kicks out. 2 7/8 though. An incredible display of strength from Brock Lesnar. A deadlift German suplex on the second rope. Shinsuke was basically hanging off the apron. And Lesnar manages to powerlift him for a German back into the ring. He may have kicked out the first time, but he's not kicking out a second if he hits this F5. But elbows his way out, and now triangle choke. But loses his grip. And, well, let's face it, he's so groggy at the moment that Michinoku driver barely had anything on it. But Shinsuke, he tries to find his foot, and it's beating, and there is the Kinshasa, to the back of the skull, but a kick out by Lesnar. If that had been hit 5 minutes earlier, we would have been calling Shinsuke the winner, I guarantee it. But perhaps he didn't have enough on it, or maybe Lesnar's just that freaky. Maybe it's a little bit of both, but goes with the Kinshasa, no! On his shoulders, F5! 1, 2! F5 by Lesnar, it is all. Oh no, it's not! Shinsuke kicks out of the F5! And here in NLW, that is almost unheard of. How is Shinsuke Nakamura still in this fight? Well, he went for the Kinshasa, but Lesnar manages to scout it and hit an F5, and oh god, a vicious knee. Knee strike to the face. A Kamigoye in. Lesnar, after Shinsuke kicks out the F5, he's wondering, what do I have to do? And is he actually, what's he doing? He's going to the top rope now. Shinsuke in the center. What the? Holy shit! Oh my god! Shooting star press! But Shinsuke now has the triangle! Gunwater shooting star press from a 300-pound man, but he got caught and turned into the the triangle choke, but now Lesnar back on his feet. Oh, look at that again. Strength picks him up. Shinsuke though. Lands on the apron and again. A Kinshasa to the back of the head. For the love of God, won't. Oh, look at this again. Somebody's going to have to stop this. Lesnar may have broken his neck. And a kick to the face after a series of stomps. Shinsuke in the corner. Lesnar's down. Lesnar. Groggy. Kinshasa.
1, 2, 3.
Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Brock Lesnar here at WrestleMania. Well, there were times where I thought these men would literally kill each other if it meant they could beat each other some more. Shinsuke wasn't gonna stay down. Lesnar was just as defiant. But at the end of the match, we see who has stood on their feet in victory. Well, look at this again. I apologise for the language I use, but that's just a gut reaction when you see somebody hit a shooting star press, considering they're that size. But Shinsuke hung on in there. A Kinshasa to the back of the skull, and then one more for good measure. And that means that Lesnar has been defeated. The most decisive loss of Brock Lesnar's MLW career to date. Shinsuke Nakamura came in with all the hype in the world. Many questioned whether he could actually live up to that hype. Well, we had our answer here tonight, and that match had to silence the critics. Shinsuke, could he possibly be the best in the world right now with a victory like that? It's hard to argue. Shinsuke Nakamura is victorious here tonight at WrestleMania. Well, folks, after an incredible match like that, we move on to another prestigious championship bout. This one for the women's title. We'll take you now to the highlights of the tournament, which crowned a #1 contender for here tonight at WrestleMania. It was Sasha Banks who won the tournament, a victory in round 1 against Rosemary, and then went on to defeat Charlotte and Alexa Bliss in a triple threat semi-final match, and finally, in the final, beat Becky Lynch in another thrilling contest to win and become the #1 contender for Lita's title here tonight. And up next, it is Sasha versus Lita. And in that tournament footage you saw there, it's not as if Lita was just sitting back and waiting for this match at WrestleMania. No, in fact, over the past couple of weeks, she's defended that title successfully against both Emma and Becky Lynch, not to mention a whole host of others across her title reign. But does Sasha Banks have what it takes here tonight? Does she have what all of the women that Lita have faced before didn't have? We're going to find out here tonight. After all, we saw what Sasha Banks was all about when she won that women's title tournament to be crowned the #1 contender for here tonight. 3 matches, she won them all. In fact, she hasn't been beaten since she debuted here. And despite actually debuting to help Lita, how times have changed. Because friendship goes out of the window when you're challenging for the women's title on the grandest stage of them all. As the challenger waits in the ring, here comes the champion. One of the most popular women's wrestlers in wrestling history. She is the women's champion. This is Lita. And she is actually, in many ways, a pioneer in women's wrestling. A lot of what you see today, the more high profile women's matches, are down to Lita breaking down those barriers. And it's not just PR me saying that, it's true. Lita's the women's champion. She's proudly held that title since she beat Charlotte Flair to win it. And now tonight, in another title defense against Sasha Banks. Banks kicks her off the ropes, in for the cover and a kick out, but another roll through, and again the roll through. Banks with a cover, and now Lita with a cover, and now bridge up. but blocks the punch and a punch of her own from Lita. Lita on the second rope, goes for the sunset flip, but Sasha tries to hang on, and look at that. Reminiscent of a Masquerada Dorado with that sunset flip reversal, and now the headlock from Lita. Oh, now go for the bank statement, but Lita gets to the ropes in the nick of time. And Lita, she's had to defend the title against Charlotte Flair. Oh my god, well, look at that. Sasha went for the drop kick, I'm caught in the trio woe, and then the drop kick. Lita's defended the title against Charlotte, Trish Stratus, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Emma, you name it. She's faced them and beaten them. But is Sasha Banks going to become another name on that list? It looks that way after that side Russian leg sweep. But of course the experience edge goes to Lita, but Sasha Banks is young blood at the moment, and you saw there, pulling that arm into the ropes, and again, the basement drop kick working over the arm. Sasha Banks, a master of manipulating joints. As you can see now, the elbow of Lita on the canvas, and stomps away does the boss. And she is bossing this title match right now with that backstabber, and now the choke. The referee's going to have to check that it isn't a choke. Hands across the face, cutting off the air supply to Lita. And on her shoulders, driven into the turnbuckle, but a boot up by Sasha. And now up for the powerbomb, yes! But you could see how much that powerbomb took out of the arm of Lita. Certainly isn't going well for her at the moment, and again, Sasha whips the arm away, and a crushing forearm into the corner. Lita now prone. Are we going to see the double knees in the corner? No. On her shoulders. And now leg scissors and the knees driven into the turnbuckle. Sasha planted Lita face first. Now on the other side. On the top rope in the knees. And not even a kick out. Didn't have the wherewithal to kick out. Instead a leg on the rope, and that's the champion's instinct right there. Lita though holding her back after the knees in the corner. And the heads, oh good grief. Do you see the neck snap from the reversal from the Hurricane Rana, and now clotheslines out Sasha. But that leg scissors takeover. Sasha got hung up on the top rope, such whiplash, and now the crossbody. Lita wastes no time, taking out a challenger. The boss may be about to make redundant at the moment. She is being thrown over the barricade, but manages to keep on her feet. She's in the crowd now on the other side of that barricade, and look at this! Incredible athleticism with a Hurricane Rana running over the barricade. Lita is just holding her head and her arm, and now Sasha again working over that arm and going to trap it between the ring and the steps, and drop kicks the arm into the steps. Sasha manipulating the arm so that she can hit the back statement later on in this matchup and get a submission victory. But Sasha risking life and limb with a suicide tope through the second rope. Sasha has been known to take risks, and if there's any time to take a risk, it is here. The biggest stage possible, WrestleMania, with the women's title on the line. Gonna throw Lita back in, but look at this again. Running off the ropes and comes through the ropes with a tope suicida. And now gonna try and get that back statement locked in. Maybe go for an arm drag up top, but Lita manages to push down Sasha Banks. And on the second rope, and a Hurricane Rana Frankensteiner from the top rope in for the cover, but doesn't have the strength to hook the leg, and that cost her because Sasha kicks out. Didn't have enough strength in the arm to hook the leg of Sasha Banks, and that is going to cost her, I'm sure. with one arm punching at Sasha, but still able to hit that Hurricane Rana off the ropes. Sasha dazed. In for the suplex and a cover. 2. Arm across the face as well. She's trying to get the momentum back on her side. After all the damage has been done, goes to the DDT, but a Northern Light suplex. Beautiful bridge, and a kick out, no! Another bank statement maybe, but an elbow out by Lita. Champion knew what was coming, and a DDT! And the clothesline from Sasha Banks got turned around into a DDT, and I've never seen that before. And she is out. She's down for the count. Lita on the top rope. Moonsault. Oh! The same move. She used to win the women's title, but this time it was turned into a bank statement. In the centre of the ring, wrenching on that head and neck. But she's losing her grip. Oh no, she's not. I spoke too soon. Hands clasped around the neck of Lita.
1,
but in for the cover. Sasha all tied up and a kick out. That's all Lita could do in that predicament. Catches the boot. Oh, and a missile drop kick. Flipping Sasha Banks over 180 degrees and then delivering the missile drop kick. Lita goes to the top. Sasha is groggy. From the top. Lita Conrada. Sasha taken for a ride. In her first women's title match, can Sasha do it? She was dazed by the Lita Conrada. Now drop toe hold into the top turnbuckle. And the knees into the back. And then the knees into the face. That's going to cause some bruising, no doubt. But Sasha on the top rope. High risk, no reward. Misses the frog splash. The frog splash was ineffective. And Lita taking advantage. Wastes no time. On the top rope. No! Forcing down the reach instead! Oh my lord, a reverse Frankensteiner! Reverse Frankensteiner! And now arms clasped around the neck in the centre of the ring, and Lita taps! Lita has no choice but to tap out, and we have a new women's champion, and she is the legit boss, Sasha Banks! What an incredible effort from Sasha Banks to withstand the pain and punishment in the tournament to get here in the first place, and then she proved all the doubters wrong by dethroning Lita here tonight. We'll look at the closing moments of this. Missed the frog splash. Lita wasted no time going to the top rope for the moonsault, but instead Sasha came right back at her. The reverse Frankensteiner. Lita landed right on her neck, and that was turned immediately into the bank statement. Nearly passed out did Lita, and she knew. It was self-preservation at the end of the day. She had to tap out. Well, successful title defences against Charlotte, Alexa Bliss, Trish Stratus, Emma, Becky Lynch. She could not defeat Sasha Banks here tonight. However, take nothing away from Lita. Undoubtedly, she cemented herself as possibly the greatest women's champion in this company's history. But perhaps it's time for a change. And that change is in the form of the boss, the new women's champion, Sasha Banks. Well, we're only 3 parts down, and we still have a hell of a lot more carnage to come, including this. Triple H seeks vengeance against the man who ran him over all those months ago, and this time it's an I Quit match. It's Kevin Owens versus Triple H live next to WrestleMania. Prepare for deletion! finish him? What the hell is this? That was wonderful!
One, two, three!
Hey, did it just get warmer in here? One down, one to go.